All right, every 3 months, the Doom Tower rotates and we get Dark FAE, which is shown right here. And this is the most important, in my opinion, because what happens here with Dark FAE is this is where you get lethal gear, which, in my opinion, is the most sought out piece of gear that I want out of the Doom Towers, in fact, and probably the whole game, but it's a little bit tricky. So we're going to talk about a way of autoing this, and it really only requires having one epic champion set up a certain way to make this work. Now, I've set this up to work with my login champions. Corrado's a part of this plan. Deacon Armstrong's a part of this plan, and then so is Tholen. Use promo code Demon Slayer to get Tholen. And then also we're using Michelangelo, which was the free champion that we all got for logging in for 7 days. So if you're just going to start playing the game today, I want to promise you that you can use a different character than Michelangelo, but I'm trying to make this team in a way that anybody can do it regardless of who you have. You got to have Deacon though. The rest of the champions, I think, can be moved around. Now, why do you want to do this? It's kind of a big deal. Why do you want to do this? Because lethal is super, super important. 4-piece set gives crit rate, ignores 25% of enemy defense. It's a 4-piece set as opposed to, let's say, Merciless, which is my absolute favorite set in the entire game. 6-piece bonus gives 35, but it takes 6 pieces. And if I want to go into Arena and do some fun things like running lethal with Stone Skin, which is my favorite thing to do in Arena for damage dealers, 4-piece plus 4-piece, can't do that with Merciless. Now, lethal is better than Savage. Savage just does 25 ignore 25% of enemy defense, and that can be found in Fire Knight, which is a real hassle. I think I had better luck myself getting lethal inside of Doom Tower, and I need more lethal. I could use more lethal. If I didn't have lethal, I use Savage. But if I want to run this lethal Stone Skin combo or Savage lethal Stone Skin in Arena, it's got to be lethal. It can't be Merciless. So it's super, super important. Ignore defense is where damage output is going to happen in Raid Shadow Legends. It's vital to get monstrous amounts of damage. Got to have this ignore enemy defense in addition to having maxed out crit rate and high crit damage. Yeah. But lethal is, in my opinion, the best. And where are we going to get that? We're going to get that in Doom Tower. You can see right here it says Dark FAE. There's 3 rotations. They rotate on a monthly basis. And I go into hard and go up as high as I can. Dark FAE is going to show up every 40. So 40, she'll show up at 80, and then she'll show up at the very top. I do not farm the secret rooms until I can get to the highest possible Dark FAE. For me, I'm going to get the top of Doomer Tower, so I'll start doing the secret rooms once I get to the top, because I need to get as much lethal as possible. You can do this on normal. Start off in hard and go as high as you can, but you can do this in as normal as well. Now, I want to show how this works because it does require a very specific strategy to make this work. And there's a couple key components in this. And I'm going to show this team, and I'm going to also show my normal FAE team. This is my normal FAE team. This is the team that I run right here. I was just showing that you don't need 5 members. It actually works with a 4-piece. So what is going on here? Well, the first thing is that we have Deacon Armstrong. Deacon Armstrong is going to be the most important character. And he doesn't need to be fast per se, but he does need to be one of the fastest on the team. And there's a reason for that. So he doesn't need to be 313 speed. He can be 250. He can be whatever you've got, right? But he does need to be the fastest on the team. And the reason is, well, when you go into the last round, you're going to have a mirror match. You're going to be playing up against your team that you brought into battle. This is why certain characters are going to do better here than others. And the characters that are going to do well here are going to be characters that can shut down the abilities on the other team and characters that can manipulate turn meter. Deacon Armstrong absolutely does that. He manipulates turn meter. Now, because you're going into a mirror match, it's going to be your Deacon Armstrong versus their Deacon Armstrong. We're going to assume that Deacon Armstrong is going first because the team has been set up where Deacon Armstrong is the fastest character on the team. What's going to happen is we're going to set up these cooldowns in a way that Deacon is going to use the time compression ability right out of the gate, and that is going to fill the turn meter on my side and drop the turn meter on the enemy side, ensuring that my team is going to go before theirs. This is kind of a big deal. Deacon Armstrong will allow that to happen. Then what we're going to do is we're going to step in with Corrado Foxhunter, and he is going to ability block the other team. Block active skills. Kind of a big deal. Now, Corrado is in my promo link. Like you can see, that's the starter champion right here. We've got Ugo, Mausoleum Mage, Deacon. We're not using Ugo or Mausoleum Mage, but we're also using Deacon Armstrong. Now, Tholen is here just to do damage. Michelangelo's here to only do damage. Now, here's the important part of this. Like, we got round 2, round 1, round 3, 1, 2, and 3. Even Deacon needs to pop off with his time compression. Corrado needs to pop off with his ability block. Tholen needs to pop off with his damage. Michelangelo needs to pop off with his damage. What that means is we kind of have to turn them off in rounds 2 and 1 to make sure that we go into battle with all of our abilities ready to go. Now, what are some alternatives to this team if, for example, if you don't have Corrado Foxhunter? Well, I think there's a bunch of champions that'll work well. Alice, free login champion. Fabian, which was fusion champion, right? Loki, which was a free login champion. But Corrado works, and all these other champions work because they're going to shut down the other team from doing their abilities. Deacon's going to go first, give turn meter to the team so that Corrado can go, and Corrado's going to shut down the ability block. Fantastic. You could just make Corrado the fastest and do that. That's well too. But I think turn meter manipulation is what's going to carry the team, specifically with FAE. Other champions that are going to be good is going to be any champion that lowers turn meter. As far as epics, that'd be like a Lure, be Geomancer, who's good in almost all of Doom Tower. I think you could even use Royal Guard here. Anyways, champions that knock down turn meter are going to be helpful as far as locking down the other team. So Deacon Armstrong and turn meter champions, Corrado, something that shuts down their cooldowns and kind of locks the other team out from doing something. Then your damage dealers. Now, I do want to say it's somewhat important to not take revivers and cleansers and healers of the sort. Because that's going to be a problem. Nothing's worse than the FAE stealing somebody on your team and then they revive and then you lose. So that's good. Now, I do want to show what my main team is. My main team is this. And what I'm doing here is, I'm running Deacon Armstrong. But technically, I have Loki going first. You can see Deacon's going pretty fast. Loki's even faster. Main thing on Loki is that he is going to be doing that block active skills. Deacon's going to be speeding up the team. Alice is going to be shutting down their cooldowns. Tholen's going to be tons of damage. And then Geomancer is just there to do his HP burn and then turn meter manipulation. Actually, I don't want to use this right here. Let's put that on don't use. We don't need to use this on 1-1. Don't use. And this is super fast, and I'm able to do this on the highest tower. But turn meter manipulation, locking out cooldowns, damage. Turn meter manipulation, locking out cooldowns, damage. No healers. Make your Deacon Armstrong fast and you'll have a lot of success. But this is the team that I do all the time. Super fast, and I can do this on the hardest difficulty. So what's going to happen here is, we're going to do all this, and Alice is going to blow up people, and then Tholen's going to blow up people, right? We get through it pretty quickly, and they're dead. And we're right here. We're doing pretty much no abilities right here. We're kind of saving everything for the last match because we're going to go in, and Loki's going to be first to act. And what Loki's going to do is Loki's going to throw out ability block on the rest of the team. That's going to shut them down, right? Look at this. We got ability block, right? Their entire team is ability blocked, right? And then Deacon's going to knock down their turn meter, yay. And then we're going to start exploding them, right? And they're just going to die. Boom, they're just going to die, right? That's all that's going to happen is we're just going to blast through this. Now, FAE will take a turn at some point, and more turn manipulation here would be better than having none. And she right there, she stole my Tholen, which is not good. Now, my Tholen can kill my team, so I kind of have to be careful right here. And this is why I need turn meter manipulation, so that way I can get my Tholen back. And then we got to get through the FAE, right? We just got to blast through her. So more turn Tornado Manipulation's better. Now, you could do this with full epics. Absolutely. You don't need to have legendaries, but you're going to get legendaries for free, so you might as well use them. All of these legendaries right here were free. You can get Dolan from the promo code. Loki I got for free from login. Alice I got free from login. So this can be made to work easily. Deacon's got to be fast. Your ability block champion has to be fast. And you can absolutely do that with the team using my promo code. Corrado for the ability block, Deacon for the turn meter manipulation, Dolan for the damage, and then you can take your other 2 damage dealers, whatever they are. Michelangelo, another turtle, whatever you got. The next login champion, if it happens to be a damage dealer, you can do that as well. Let me know if you like it, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Remember, when you give a video a thumbs up, there's 4 fingers pointing back at yourself.